It seems we had bad news right now because we're unable to play NASCAR games at all because continuing lap times is probably a disaster. I got froze for many times in a few attempts to do this. So, welcome back to Dangerous Speeds. And because that's why we just probably moved on to A chassis itself. And that should be able to be causing itself to get a little bit froze to do this. And what I just experienced, we able to do. We got 82.4 miles, and we just gonna be trying to push all the way up to 100 miles driven. So this is pretty hard, and what their gauges was actually driving simulator gauges as well. Nothing compared to original racing games as well. Well, let's just put up to the volume at 3 as well. So we cannot believe this is probably too loud according to the vehicles as well. And we starting to have a little bit of collections of this thing. But unfortunately we just missed this. So we don't have any limits like this thing as well. Wait, does we still have any Lamborghinis to do this? So, all of their cells that we just got anything that before to do this. We got a Focus, and the cash was 114. So, let's read probably to do this instead of Asian cars to do. Whatever we try to do is experiencing for some reality to do this. Instead of going to get back into this thing because I got some bad news. We'll no longer be able to play NASCAR games such as old chassis to do this because due to itself collidable itself and getting there at worst, but turns out it all froze that you experienced to move the vehicle along. And now onto the A chassis, it completely moves to do this and not experiencing for some sort of like this thing. So we're going to start to roll and the engine going to raise up high as well. That sounds like NASCAR. So as we just roll the vehicle to do this, but unfortunately it will not work as well, and it looks like it does pretty work to do this, and except for some sort of the engine sounds as well. So it does pretty move smoothly, and this is pretty good because the last time that we just seen this, we're going 83 miles driven. So I'm probably, let's just do it for myself. We're gonna be discover the racetrack as we try to find out. And if we're just gonna be trying to hold space, it will be trying to make the power slides as well. And I'm not pretty sure that we're reaching all the way to 160 miles an hour. I think this is not the fastest at all. Air controls, and we just already jumped safely as fast as possible. So we still need to find a racetrack that this is impossible to see. Now I already not so we cannot able to find some racetrack to do this because this has gone too far. Whatever, we just never find out. And I hopefully that is absolutely completely lost itself. So we cannot able to go to the ocean because I can see the racetrack over here. I guess we have find out on the international highway. So let's just jump down, and where is the racetrack we have find out. We never seen about the police station over here because since it wasn't going to be pretty going well. But nothing was pretty try to find such as racetrack. So we just definitely found the racetrack we have gotten for, and I was about to enter all the way around the racetrack as well, because as you can see there must be the drag strip I found the racetrack for the really first time. But looks like if I just gonna be pretty made of this video about going inside of the racetrack, and I was even invading the racetrack as well. We can't flip it around, but looks like we're gonna be going inside a racetrack as well. And there must be a pits inside of the racetrack as well. And I definitely try to go in because of my internet connection is started to get worse. But unfortunately, it was started to get ridiculously bad as well. So I was trouble to get for one thing. Because if you just remember about for this only one thing, I was having trouble to get itself for a many more lap times as possible. And right now I was pretty stuck over here. So looks like we just completely spawned a Subaru as well. So I'll be going to get back inside of the racetrack. So not really possible that we just going all the way inside. There are no races available that we just completely going to get inside. If I just never remembered. So looks like I'm already inside of that racetrack. But where is the track exit about this thing? Unfortunately, the race mode is unavailable because the game updates were no longer. So as I can using for some sort of a camera mode, we think this is going to be a great idea. So if we're going to be ready to give ourselves for a go with the Subaru, I wonder the track it is going to be taken a little bit up as well. And as you'll be seeing this racetrack from over here, because look at my car that I just started to get a little bit for just no in touch, of course, because look at this track as we cannot able to be entering. So what do we said we got for some sort of a drag strip, and it looks like I'm unable to ready to go because since I just start spawn into the city, and I'm pretty not sure that we all guess we're going to take around the highway. So the best tip that you're going to racetrack is we're going to take on the highway and going to take for the second exit, and you made it onto the racetrack because there must be a rally course section of this. We found to do this whatever we tried to do, what I say, because I never remember in the back for this video because I just already start on the road course, and we're going to be starting for some lap times starting in a Subaru because I cannot do whatever we try to do. Let's get out into the pits and let's just start for some lap times whatsoever. And all you know that I just completely turn around of these corners. I cannot going inside of the onboard view because it was absolutely a chase cam or something. 89 miles. We're almost driven up to 100 miles driven to do this. Because of the secondary controls were cheated. So looks like in a reaction of this handling and tire grips, it probably looked like for some sort of one reason, for such as an LMP3 reference, to do this. Let's just probably start to go for a one lap. So we just completely able to mess around here, starting off this out lap situation. It was pretty nonsense to do this. So we have to start. We're just going to be completely one lap. All you have to do is brake, and probably that acts like the LMP3 car, as we probably know this. We just start to get a little bit to do this as a super formula driver. We probably to do what it's actually trying to, getting away a little bit as fast as possible and getting chased by the police. If you just being chased by the police or something, you're just absolutely taking for the inside corners by not hitting the apex as well. And looks like this must be a slower corner, and that will be the final corner as possible and looks like we hit it straight into the finish, and that was pretty lit as well. So we're probably able to head back into the pits right now, as our lap time was completed. And next time we're gonna be trying to do for its Top Gear racing track test, that we found 2 racetracks for overall. We just found a racetrack to do this, because how did you find it? Well, now it's simply easy. We need to find there. So how can I get out of the racetrack immediately as fast? And unfortunately, you cannot get inside of those doors. So I'm almost going to be disconnected for very soon in an amount of time. But I'm not sure. We missed the pits, and we're just gonna be going inside as really fast as possible. We forgot to slow down as we try to going inside of the pits. No, we can't. And not those who are especially to do this, where they're just getting out quickly, and I'm stuck once again. When I just getting out of this vehicle quickly, but unfortunately it was devastating to go out. I froze, but almost completely out of connection as well, because as you can see of this a little bit of one quality, it was pretty bad as hell. So we just completely found the racetrack, and you're just gonna be slightly went out of here. So another racetrack will be onto the hidden somewhere on the road course, because I swear I just found myself another racetrack. We just completely jumped for the extreme spots, and I just found out that the hidden sort of a racetrack, let's just go for another free camera as well. So as you can see there must be a road course racetrack over here. So if you're just gonna be trying to find the racetrack out of here, you have to take on your carriageways. And there you see here, this is a rally course over here, and as we can do, we're just gonna be doing for such as one quickly able to try. The recommendation says we're not using about electric cars, so all you have to do, we have to just gonna be careful around straight. I think we'll need to do for a 4x4 race cars as well. The 4x4 racing trucks is gonna be allowed to do this, but since I just fell down, so I didn't believe like this, and we're gonna be starting to do whatever you tried to say. Let's just go into kick back and start, and off to do this, that I just completely found 2 racetracks that I discovered, and let's start the rally course or something. And another course, and we just tried to do for this jump over the bridge, and another corner as well, and we'll try not to miss as well. And there must be another course as well, probably little humps as well. Let's give ourselves a full throttle and hit this thing, and I have been kicked out of the rally course, but we'll not worry about for anything as well. We're not doing this for next time, because until I just completely try to buy another vehicle, we ended up in docks, as we just found out as to do this. So I'm just probably not sure to drive around of this thing, and because I'm not gonna be making things to start making around of this video about for HSs, because before you're going to the racetrack, you have to take on your carriageways and probably take on to the second exit. So I'm back on the city, and we'll wrap up for today's video, unless it won't be easy enough, because you can reverse this video about going into the racetrack as possible. And if you try to edit this video, because I will be making sure that you put on convert to reversed video, going on to the racetrack itself. Is that another player? And probably that he eventually joined the group as well. And that will be wrap up for today's video, because if you're probably wondering that you're just gonna be to do what tips you can find all the way to the racetrack, you'll be taking on your carriageways, and probably I'm not going inside of that dealership anytime soon, because that will be wrap up for today's video, because something that I have froze and my internet connection has started to give ourselves trouble, and that is probably that I cannot be doing whatever we want to do. So thanks for watching, for all your support, and you probably give ourselves a like and subscribe, because if you don't like of this video about engine sounds, it probably ruins it for sure. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and we cannot able to buy for this VIP thing as well. And this is going to be Turbo Concept signing off.